Hello. So we're back to some more films, obviously. And the next ones on my list are kind of some of the bigger releases of the year, the next two. So first is Us by Jordan Peele, his follow-up to Get Out. And as much as I don't want to compare the two, just because it's the only two big films he has out, people are going to compare them, and I can't help but compare them as well. But I will say that Get Out was much better for me. It had much more resonance, much more interest, much more like lasting power. Like I'll go back and rewatch that and get something new out of it. Us felt it felt like it would have been an amazing shorter film. Not necessarily short film, but maybe. It had a lot of things and it just felt like some things were kind of stretched. And it felt like some things were very telegraphed. That doesn't necessarily ruin a movie, if something is heavily foreshadowed to the point of it's just you just know that's going to happen. Um, it doesn't always ruin things. Like, weird reference for this, but like one of my favorite films is Moulin Rouge, and that opens with kind of the end of the film, but you get so wrapped up in it that it doesn't matter. Um, so films like that are always they. It doesn't matter if you know where it's going, but it just felt like I don't know, like some things were a little too obvious, and it doesn't necessarily ruin, can't take away. I don't know. It didn't do much for me. It didn't do as much as Get Out did. I don't know how coherent that was, but anyone who's seen it kind of knows the few twists. And some people said that they couldn't watch it because after scenes early on, they were like, "Oh, I know what's happening. I'm just here now watching the thing unfold." And I don't think I seen a lot of it coming. I seen parts of it coming because I was just enjoying the film. But yeah, again, it doesn't feel like one I'll go back to a lot. And I love rewatching movies and I love analysing the feck out of films. So if a film doesn't make me want to rewatch it, and I don't even have to analyse, have to want to analyse the film to rewatch it, but like one of my favourite films to put on repeat is Dirty Dancing. So there's nothing to be analysing in that. Um, except how he did that thing with his hips. That's one for you. So yeah, it was definitely up there, but it didn't hold as much for me as Get Out if I have to compare them, and I don't have to, but I'm comparing them anyway. So next is Pet Cemetery, which was another that was well hyped, got a lot of it was on buses, it was on TV. Um, the original film was one of those films that impacted me when I was young because I seen it very young, and the stuff with Gage just that just creeped me out and it upset me and I just couldn't rewatch it. So it's one of the Stephen Kings that I was like, I'm not rewatching that. As much as like it traumatized me when I was little, I was still like, ooh, Tim Curry, I'll rewatch it. That just didn't have the same. Yeah. Now since watching the remake, I started reading the book. I need to go back to the book because I started reading it after I seen it, and that was like months ago. Um, and I also like started watching like all the analyses videos of it. So I very much have kind of rewatched the original a few times now through those videos. Um, and it doesn't hold up as much. I think I've been more traumatized since then. So in my head it was this thing, but going back to it, I'm like, nah, it's fine. Especially like some of the other films on this list traumatized me in the last like few months. Yay. Um, so yeah, and also Pet Sematary was directed by Kevin Kolsch and David Winmeyer, who also did Starry Eyes, which if anybody's seen when I was starting to do videos before and I didn't keep on with it, I did a very long review of Starry Eyes. I really like Starry Eyes. Um, those guys do some good films. They know their pacing, they know their creeps, and they know their body horror, particularly in Starry Eyes. Um, so yeah, I quite enjoyed Pet Cemetery. I liked the changes they made. The only issue I have, which technically was an issue I avoided, was when I went to see it, I had watched trailer one or trailer A, whatever it was the first one. That was cool. That was like, ooh, they're doing new things. Oh my god, are they doing that? Oh my god. Went to see it, really enjoyed it. when we were looking up videos to like go and watch, we'd held off watching reviews of it. After that, looked it up, seen trailer 2, and that spoiled the whole film. So I'm glad I seen it before that, but Hollywood, you need to stop ruining your films with trailers. Just do what A24 does, or that new film Antlers. Just have like an idea of a trailer and leave us all going, what? I think I need to like a hug, but I want to see it and I'm confused. And that's what we want out of a trailer. So we're at the end of another little short snippety video. So we'll be back with some not horror, sort of, on the list. I'm just looking and it's not horror next time. If you want a non-horror recommendation, what are you talking to me for? But also I can give you one or two. One is slightly horror. Sorry. I'll see you in the next video.